So, you're at a festival, you got your kid's face painted, and now they have face paint everywhere. They've probably rubbed it, they've gotten it all over their face, and it's time to take it off. Well, your first instinct may be to grab some soap or just wet wipes and start getting at it, but I'm going to give you a little tip here that will be a good way to get that off without causing your kid more pain and frustration and discomfort. I'm a professional face painter. I paint my own face 4 or 5 times a week, sometimes 4 or 5 times a day if I really have to practice something in particular. And this type of face is one of the worst to remove. If you've gotten your kid's face painted like Batman or something like that, then you know what I'm talking about. Part of it is that I have all this black up by my eyes and it's in my eyebrows. It's really a pain to get it out of eyebrows. And black in general is a bit of a pain. Now, this tip that I'm going to give you doesn't always work with green paint. For whatever reason, green has a tendency to leave a little bit of a stain. So if you were painted with a green paint or like a teal that has green in it, even after you wash your face, you may have a day where you got a little bit of a stain left there. That's just the way it is. Usually it doesn't last more than a day. So my sneaky trick for removing face paint involves coconut oil. Many of us have this in our house. If you don't, you should, because it's a great thing. And what I do is I keep a little small thing of coconut oil in my bathroom for this particular purpose. You can tell that it's been used for this any number of times. So I take the coconut oil, and it's solid at room temperature unless you have a really warm house, but it'll melt as you apply it to your skin. So I'm going to take this coconut oil, and I just want essentially to rub it in, like rub it in. I'm not just gently putting it on top. I want to take it and really rub it into that paint. Okay? And you're going to feel it kind of melt as you're working it in, and you want to go everywhere where there's paint. Really rub it. The wonderful thing here is coconut oil, even if I get it in my eyeball, it doesn't hurt. It won't sting, it won't do anything at all. And as long as your child was painted with professional makeup that is intended for a face, then if that gets in their eye, it won't hurt either. You should always kind of check out the setup of a face painter and see if it looks professional. If you see somebody that's got like a bunch of bottles that look like they're from Walmart, walk away, run away. You should see hard paint makeup usually that has to be activated with water in little pots, little flat, often circular pots, sometimes square, but we shouldn't see acrylic paint from Walmart that you would put on like wood, because it doesn't belong on a face. Alright, so got most of this coconut oiled. Get my hips here. Now I look awesome. See, you should just leave it like this and enjoy. Okay, so I'm gonna get a washcloth, and I just want it to be damp. I'm gonna come back with my damp washcloth, and I'm just gonna wipe this away. And it's really amazing how much of it comes off just even first swipe with a damp washcloth. Again, make sure you worked in that coconut oil. Don't just lay it on top, but work it in. Okay, I'm not clean yet, obviously, but I sure got most of it off. You have to kind of either use a new section on your washcloth each time, because as you get saturated with paint, you're gonna just spread it around rather than taking any more off. Or you need to go back and rinse it off and then come back and get in there. It's mostly good. Now this bit here around the eyes is always a little bit of a pain. It's already loose. It's just that it's stuck in my eyelashes. And actually I used an eyeliner with this too. So I may not be able to get the eyeliner off right now without a, I don't know if it was waterproof eyeliner, it might be. But if I just get down in there like that, that does it pretty good. And then a lot of times I will grab a Q-tip and just kind of go along my lash line like that. Let's see, I picked up some of that. You can see some extra right there. It's hard to get with a washcloth, but Q-tip usually does it. And hey, I'm pretty good. And the great thing with coconut oil is that when I feel my skin afterwards, instead of feeling like I just stripped off a layer of skin like I would if I used a soap, it feels moisturized and it feels good. So particularly if I have to do this 5 times a day, it's every once in a while I'm practicing something, and so I have to do it more often. It'll leave your face not uncomfortable. And the around the eye thing is really great because a lot of kids don't want you messing around their eyes, but with the coconut oil, it won't hurt them. You can just rub it right in there and it won't hurt them. Now, if it's mixed with the paint, again, the paint gets in your eye, it won't hurt, but it might make your vision cloudy for a few minutes until you blink it out. And that's it. That's how to remove face makeup. Enjoy.